Sunday Roundtable is assembled, as you can see. Joining us this morning, Democratic political analyst Marianne Marsh, Republican political analyst Rob Gray. It's great to have you with us, guys. Ricardo Arroyo was just here, and as we mentioned, it'll be a primary decision. Whoever wins the primary wins this thing. He, Arroyo, has the endorsement of the mayor. And who has the advantage in this race? Marianne, let me start with you.
Well, Arroyo does, because he's got the support of Michelle Wu. And Michelle Wu has the most impressive political organization in Boston of any modern history mayor, number one. Number two, look at everybody who's on that ticket above him, who's from Boston. Maura Healey, Andrea Campbell, Bill Galvin, Tanisha Sullivan. They're all going to be pulling out voters in Boston. That helps Arroyo.
Rob, what do you think?
I think it's a turnout battle. Marianne's right. The question is, can Hayden motivate the more law and order voters, like happened in San Francisco when they recalled a DA with a progressive profile similar to Arroyo's? Wu might be a lot better off with a law and order DA, the one that she has now, than the problems that could be created by a progressive DA, but we'll see.
Because the primary is the day after Labor Day. You're bringing up a great turnout question. I mean, day after Labor Day.
It's tough.
They want to vote.
Do those people really work for Arroyo?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay.
Well, he's won office multiple times in Boston already.
Yeah.
Let's talk about legalizing sports betting in Massachusetts. It was stuck in negotiations for years, and the final sticking point was whether to include college sports. The Senate didn't want it. The House insisted on the merits. Who's right about that, Rob?
Well, college sports betting opens up all sorts of bad doors, so it's not a great idea. But unfortunately, a lot of those doors have already been opened with this name, image, and likeness money going into college sports right now, which is just a scandal waiting to happen if it isn't already.
And it doesn't preclude illegal gambling on college sports,
It doesn't, but I think the Senate has the right position. If you look at the history of Massachusetts, whether it was gaming, whether it was marijuana, when they do things all-encompassing, they put commissions together to try to fix it, and that's all they've been doing. And by the way, when's the last time UMass made a run in basketball? I'll bet on BC women's field hockey and lacrosse before that.
Will sports betting happen in the state, though?
I think you got to drop the in-state colleges.
Eventually it will.
Eventually it will. All right, let's talk about Governor Baker. He signed the new abortion rights provisions passed by the legislature, which allows some abortions in extreme cases after 24 weeks in Massachusetts. Should pro-choice advocates breathe a sigh of relief, Marianne?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Because so much was done before the Supreme Court overturned this, and everyone thought they were fine, yet Massachusetts women recently were traveling out of state for abortions. People on the Cape have to travel over 100 miles to get a routine abortion, and nobody expected that. So is really everything addressed here? I don't know. We will see. Everything has to be tested, and I bet you there'll have to be more.
Rob?
It's not a surprise that this happened. I mean, it's a pro-choice state, pro-choice legislature, pro-choice governor. I think nationally it's a little bit different, and pushing the envelope on late-term abortions is potentially a bad issue for Democrats in the upcoming elections in a lot of contested states.
Perhaps the most surprising event in this past week, after haggling over a $1 billion tax cut bill for months with Governor Baker, Democrats suddenly now are forced to pay attention to a nearly forgotten referendum passed by voters 36 years ago, and forcing perhaps $3 billion, maybe not quite as much, it be sent back to taxpayers. Is this just desserts for Governor Baker?
Well, sure. I mean, he's fought for tax cuts, but I think the credit really goes to anti-tax activist Barbara Anderson from beyond the grave.
Exactly.
We both knew her at the State House.
Right.
She did this in 1986, and now it's paying dividends. It's the right thing to happen, and I congratulate Charlie Baker for keeping this card close to the vest and not letting the legislature know far enough in advance where they could have spent this money instead of rebated it to taxpayers.
There was no more passionate advocate for tax cuts than Barbara Anderson.
Correct.
Marianne, what's your take?
Well, I mean, now it's 12 times more than would have happened under the original plan with the legislature and Charlie Baker. So it's the first time it's ever kicked in since 1986. That says everything. It's total salaries and wages. So that says the economy in Massachusetts is going pretty well, despite the fact that we're still crawling out of COVID.
Let's talk about this, if you don't mind, quickly. A Newton group led by Bernie Sanders backers is pushing states to ban Donald Trump from the 2024 election because of the 14th constitutional amendment, which disqualifies anyone who engaged in insurrection. But Secretary of State Bill Galvin says it's not that simple. Trump has to be convicted first. Rob, let me start with you. Wishful thinking for the Sanders people?
I mean, leave it to the Bernie bros. I guess they have nothing to do, right? So
right.
let's pursue something totally unproductive. Galvin's right. Like him or not, Trump has a right to run.
Marianne?
Okay, they're saying they don't want Trump to be on the ballot because they broke the law, and then they want to break the law to keep him off the ballot. So come on.
There's an imbalance there
Trump
for
will be
you,
held
right?
accountable for insurrections and much, much more. I'm really not worried about
We were
it.
talking about sports betting a minute ago. How about happy hour? We'll be right back.